What's going on, McCray Squad?
What's up? What's up?
How y'all feeling? We back at it. We back in full effect. Videos coming back just like they were before.
Yes, they are. And guys, if you haven't checked out the first video, this is one of the outfits from Macy's. It's actually loungewear, something that you're supposed to wear in the house. But I liked it so much, I said, hey, I'll wear it outside. So, this is me. Guess how much I paid for it? $10. $10.
Bargain shopping, that's how we get down.
And it feels good on too. So, going to the store, walking in your hood areas, you know, cute and all.
Go ahead, flaunt it, baby. Go ahead, flaunt it.
I don't want to do too much for the people.
But yeah, we out. We know y'all been requesting more and more videos, so we've been trying to oblige that. We got a couple of new videos on the channel. Make sure y'all check them out. Hit that like and subscribe button.
Yep. Don't forget to do it. We're going to be back on the regular. Like we never miss. So, this is, did you want to keep straight?
Yeah, we can just keep straight.
So, this is our relationship talk. Wanna do that?
Yeah, I guess we could do that.
Okay. So, as in all of our talks, we are walking, talking, moving and grooving. I'll let you take the lead, love. What's
Well,
our topic?
the last topic was commitment. So I think this one could be about building trust.
Building trust. Okay.
And the first part about building trust is being honest.
Ooh, thank you. Got a lot of weeds and things. I think we should keep it out here because, once we get to the park, it gets darker.
Well, it's still daylight out.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, it just may get a little darker.
But anyway,
okay.
we're going to talk about a little bit about trust, and I feel like we have a lot of that in our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like there's any trust issues.
No, if there isn't.
I just, thing is, when it comes to trust, you have to, even though it's hard, you have to be the person you were when you got together. You can't just change up your personality or change up the things you're doing now that you have somebody. And what I mean is, if you were the type of person to like make phone calls when you get off work to your loved one, the moment you stop doing that, trust is starting to be questioned because now they're wondering like, what the hell you doing? Why you ain't call me? You call me every day. Now you ain't calling.
Right. Now I can definitely say that. So if that's what you were initially doing, you definitely want to keep with that. Just to make sure that you all are still on the same page and everything. And I do get that some people are like, okay, I'll talk to you when I get home. I'll talk to you when I get there. I'm kind of like that too. I don't like to talk, a whole lot while I'm outside, even though I vlog, whatever. But when it's us on the phone, hey, I'm on my way. I'll talk to you. I'll see you in a minute. That's just who I am. It's not like I'm trying to talk to someone else. That's just me. I'm short-winded by phone, a little bit more long-winded when I'm person to person. That's just with everybody. But that's how I am, period. I didn't change that initially from me being in a relationship until what I was prior to that.
Yeah, and that was always her personality. She don't do the phone talking.
Yeah.
I talk on the phone. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
when we first got
'Cause-
together, before we started actually dating, we used to sit on the phone. She'd be like, I'm finna get off the phone. I've been on this phone for like 20 minutes. I'm like, no, we've been on this phone for like 3.5, 4 hours. She like, you be like, you playing? Nah, look at the time. She really don't like talking on the phone, but I like talking on the phone. I just don't like texting. Me personally, I don't like texting.
No, I'm not no big texter either.
Like, I'd rather talk to you. Sometimes it takes 10 minutes to send a text that you could have said in 10 seconds. Like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But, another thing is, not lying all the time. Like, me, I like to verify what I say I'm going to do, just off the simple fact that I don't want no trust issues. So if I tell her I'm going to my auntie house or my brother's house, I make sure even if they not on the phone, she hears them in the background. You know what I'm saying? So that way she knows, yeah, he with his brother, he with his auntie. And you can always tell because my family's super loud.
Yeah.
As soon as I say I'm with my auntie yelling out, "Hey, Kiana!" Yeah, that's Auntie Joanne. That's definitely Auntie Joanne.
And I've never, even if he's saying, okay, I'm going to be XYZ, he's there. There's never been a times where he was like, well, I'm doing this, but he never went there at all. So I guess that's a trust thing too. Just being consistent with what you're doing. And I think that's more so just what? Would you say that's just respect?
I would say that's respect, and it goes a lot with trust too. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, like, me personally, I'm naturally a homebody. Like, I naturally don't like going out. You know what I'm saying? And it's very rare to find a young man that don't like to run the streets, but I really don't.
And I do. I don't have to, but I could. If people will probably think it's the opposite around since I'm older or whatever. But, I can get outside every now and then. I don't have to go out, but I definitely don't mind at all. So that's one way we, we differ a little bit with that, but that's just the way we are.
And I said that to say, because the wife always telling me, like, oh, you can get friends, you can go out, you can do this, you can do that, but I can't, for the simple fact that I'm a married man. None of the guys that I talk to or kick it with, either they're not married and they go out and they do single guy things like pick up chicks and go get drunk and all that other stuff, or they are married and their wives are into the swinger things and the partner swapping and stuff like that, and we not into that. So it's like we have to move very carefully when we dealing with our friends and stuff like that. We had an issue with with going out, you know what I'm saying, on her end. When she got her friend, because her friend, friends are single, they don't have the same commitment and, the same responsibilities as a married woman. You know what I'm saying? And we actually got into a few talks about, friends and like going out and, you know how it go. You married, but you going out. I'm gonna just speak from the man's point of view. You married, bros. You married. You got a wife, but your homie, he going out to the club. He ain't got no girl. He ain't got no wife. But he go and he meet a nice chick. And let's say you do go out with him, and you really just out to get you a few drinks and take your ass home. But he meet a chick. This chick got a friend. So guess who got to play wingman? See what I'm saying? See where the problem comes into play? Because now you have to occupy her time while he occupies the other chick. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And God forbid, you know, drinks
God
take
change
over,
numbers,
exchange numbers, meet up,
social media, whatever, social media information
all
like
that.
that.
Like, and I'm gonna be honest, another reason why our trust is so strong
Go back.
is because I make it known that I'm a married man. And not that she doesn't make it known that she's a married woman, but me being a man, I have to let it be known.
Yeah.
And like I'm gonna say this, if I
I
find
think
you,
it's no secret that is really more eligible women that are seeking mates, than it is women seeking men. So, I mean, believe me, they out there trying to shoot their shot. More aggressive, very aggressive, if I would say so. So, I mean, it definitely does have to be something is where you all are discuss, speak about it openly, and be honest about it. Nobody's blind.
and
You know
I
what I'm
tell my
saying?
wife all the
So,
time that I be having women at work flirting with me. I done had women pull their chests out on me. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm a honest guy and I'm a loyal guy. If I see a woman that I'm conversing with and I can see something happening between me and her, first thing out my mouth is me and my wife, or my wife and I, or something that tells this woman that I'm married, because that seals off the door. That seals off that open.
sometimes it does.
Most times it does, at least with me. Like with me, like once I throw that out there, like all that
They're not
that that
picking
kind
it
of
up.
that kind of seals off that open, that opening for something to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because most women that I've come across, when they find out that I'm married, they fall back a little bit. Some of them get a lot more aggressive, like, oh, he married, oh, he a good dude, this guy, I need this guy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when self-control, fellas, comes into play. Oh, and it's hard. Trust me, it is hard. I'm standing with my wife and I'm telling you, the temptation is freaking real. But you gotta show self-control.
Yeah. And I think that's important because we live in a very instantaneous world. Everything is supposed to be instant. Well, we think everything is instant because we're always looking at images of people doing this, having this. But we don't know the back end of it. And a lot of times they're just images. That's it. And, we live in a world where people think that that's real, when it's not real. Nothing just happens. No good relationship just happens. None of that just happens. Hashtag that, hashtag with that. Nothing just happens. Trust is built. It isn't just done out of nowhere. It's built. It's gonna.
Sorry about the lighting. We walking through a viaduct. It's a little dark.
It's gonna have those ups and tidbits, but I think whomever you're dating and seeing, you definitely need to be candid with each other and seeing if you all are on the same page with that too. You don't need to have a relationship for 2 to 3 years and see, oh, he don't want to be monogamous. He want to be with 3 or 4 other people. If that's your vibe, that's you. But ladies, guys, be candid. Ask these questions. Not only ask, but look at their behavior too. Because that will show you and tell you exactly where that relationship is going and if it's something that you will want to later pursue. So that's goes back to that.
And on that note, I kind of want to change topics because it's actually something on my mind that I want to discuss with you all. And 2 topics in one day. We're going to get it out there. We're going to get it out there. And I want to talk about housewives in the black community because
Rose.
I was having a conversation with somebody. I'm not gonna put them on blast because they do watch the channel and they are a very avid fan. I love you dearly. But I was having a conversation with somebody who's a married woman, you know, and I feel like she has a story even better than ours. Like she married her high school sweetheart. They got 3 kids together, all of them by the same man. He's still there. He provides. He does this. And he told her that he doesn't want her to work. And she felt like she wasn't bringing enough to the table. And that's a lot of problem with our black women. Like, you know, we
Women,
grew up.
period.
I'm gonna speak on black women for the simple fact that I hear this mostly from black women.
Okay.
We have been warped in society to believe that women should be out here getting the bag and doing this and that and that and this and trying to make ends meet, and women are supposed to be the head of the household. And I don't know where this warped sense of thinking came from,
Let's see if we can make this nice.
because it's not true. The thing of it is, you have to, ladies, let me say this. If you're a black woman who's married and has a husband who's taking care of everything that he needs to be taken care of, he's going to work every day, your kids are taken care of, your bills are paid, and you not working, you just a housewife, ladies, understand that that is the biggest accolade that you can have as a woman. Understand that if you have a man that is constantly going to work every day, you know, facing the world, coming home, putting the money in the house, kids is well fed, taken care of, well groomed. Ladies, understand that you have the best success story, even out of the single woman who has $1 billion business. Know that. Know that. You have to understand that a man doesn't need a woman who wants to go to work every day, who wants to go make ends meet and go make her own money, as she say, because at the end of the day, what you're telling that man is what you're doing is not enough.
I can agree with that too. I think a lot of times, even if you're feeling that what they're bringing in isn't adequate to the lifestyle that you're wanting, that's another thing. Communication. Maybe it's something that can be communicated very, very, very gently with that too. Because you definitely want to make sure that making sure that your man knows that you appreciate what he does. You appreciate him going to work every day while you're at home blowing bubbles or trying to figure out your 9th career or 10th career or whatever you're trying to do, or raise your kids or just clean up. So definitely, I think that can be communicated too. So if that's something that you want to do, maybe you should talk to them first and give them a reason of why, without disrespecting him and making him feel as if what he's doing isn't adequate. So you want to be careful with your words with that, because you don't want to put your man down either, you know.
And I'm going to go a step further and say that the way society is set up, it is set up for the women to do exactly that, to take control of the household and all that. But let's just be honest and say, through history, how many times have we seen that fail? You know, most of the women that got big success stories as far as working, most of them are single and miserable. And when you look at the dynamic of two working couples, like a man working, a woman working, do you know those marriages fail mostly within 10 years? Most of those couples get divorced in 10 years. Whereas back in the day when Men went out to work and women stayed home. People stayed married 60, 70 years.
Yeah.
That's because that's what the way it was supposed to be.
I think we're gonna get a lot of comments with that.
I really
But
do, but I hope we do. Matter of fact, put a comment in the subscription. I don't care what side you own. If you think what I'm saying is incorrect, put a comment in the comment section. If you agree with what I'm saying, put a comment in the comment section. Let's start this debate. Let's start this debate. I want to go viral for this right here. Let's start this debate. Is it better for a man to go out and work while the woman stay home? Is it better for the woman to stay home with the kids and provide and do all that other stuff? Or is it okay for women to go out and get the bag? Let's have this discussion. Because a lot of women complain about not having a man, but they don't know that what they're doing is the reason their man is leaving. Because one thing about it is, if your man is working every day and he constantly telling you don't want him to work, he constantly telling you he don't want you to work, and you study pushing that fact that you need a job, what you're telling that man is he's not good enough. And what he's gonna do is end up going inside of himself because he doesn't feel adequate enough as a man. And then either one, he's gonna start disrespecting you or trying to prove his manhood by beating on you, or he's gonna end up leaving you and go find a woman who wants his services. You see what I'm saying, ladies? You got to understand that independent woman shit, it only goes so far. Every man loves an independent woman. No man wants a woman so independent that she talking about she don't need a man.
Okay, let's see. Okay. He's touched on a lot here. But again, we want you all's opinion on what do you think is really with that. I agree to an extent with that, and I think that can actually, I agree with that to an extent. And so, it's a lot going on over here. So a lot of times, I guess, the women may not be in that relationship. Because if you're not in a committed relationship, you're not going to take that step. You want to stop until they get on. If you're not in a committed relationship, you're not going to stop completely working and just depend on him. And I think that a lot of women probably have been in that situations where they thought that the man was going to do X, Y, Z, and that didn't fall through. So now that they're like, look, I got to get it for myself. That's how they was raised. It's just so many factors of why a lot of us think like that.
And let's not forget.
That would be.
And let's not forget, that's also an example that has been given for the last 4 generations. A lot of people were raised in single parent households, and most of the time it was a single mother. And you was watching that woman do all these things by herself, and you think that's the way to go, when actually that is not the way it's supposed to go. That was a problem. There was a problem there that there was no man in the house to do all that while she stayed home. Because you got to understand, if you don't stay home with your children are going to grow up with no guidance because there's nobody watching them. Daddy working all day, mama working all day. When they both get home, they tired. You know what I'm saying? We got to cut that out, people. But like I said, we want y'all opinion on this topic.
So definitely leave that your opinion of what you think or whatever. Don't jay down on us too hard. We have a lot of unpopular opinions about different things that we'll probably slowly share with you all. But I think that, a lot of now, everything is everything, But we're going to get a little bit deeper into that as time progresses. But McCray Squad, we are back in full effect. We did, two videos today?
Hey, and I
Okay, I
did
got
one
mine.
last night. Hey, so we back in it. We
We
back
are
on.
back. So definitely hit the like, hit the comment, definitely share your views. You know, good or bad if you disagree. If not, please, we want your opinion.
But
But
we also want you. We want your opinion, but remember to keep it respectful.
yeah,
You know, no disrespect. You know,
yeah.
we not trying to disrespect anybody. We are only stating our
Our opinions,
opinion.
yeah.
These are
And if you
our opinions.
disagree,
These are
that's
not
fine.
facts.
Right. So if you disagree, that's fine too.
But we want to know if you disagree and why. But
Yeah.
just keep it respectful.
Definitely.
But McCray Squad out.
Peace. Love you all.
We good.
Bye bye.